Yankees be the one to ask for peace?
The situation's very simple. The Yankees can't fight and we can.
You're right. It won't even be a battle, that's what I think. They'll just turn and run every time.
One Southerner can lick 20 Yankees.
Why, we'll finish him in one battle. Gentlemen can always fight better than rattle.
Yes, gentlemen always fight better than rabble.
And what does the captain of our troop say?
Well, gentlemen, if Georgia fights, I go with her. But like my father, I hope that the Yankees will let us leave the Union in peace.
But Ashley...
But Ashley, they've insulted us.
You can't mean you don't want war.
Most of the miseries of the world were caused by wars. And when the wars were over, no one ever knew what they were about.
Why, Ashley, if it wasn't...
No, gentlemen. Mr. Butler's been up north, I hear. Don't you agree with us, Mr. Butler?
I think it's hard winning a war with words, gentlemen.
What do you mean, sir?
I mean, Mr. Hamilton, there's not a cannon factory in the whole South.
What difference does that make, sir, to a gentleman?
I'm afraid it's going to make a great deal of difference to a great many gentlemen, sir.
Are you hinting, Mr. Butler, that the Yankees can lick us?
No, I'm not hinting. I'm saying very plainly that the Yankees are better equipped than we. They've got factories, shipyards, coal mines, and a fleet to bottle up our harbors and starve us to death. All we've got is cotton and slaves and arrogance.
That's treacherous. I refuse to listen to any renegade talk.
Well, I'm sorry if the truth offends you.
Holmes!
Excuse me. I'd come to say goodbye. Vietnam tore us apart. We went there believing in freedom and democracy, but somehow we lost our moral compass. How did we let it happen?
One of the boys on our block was killed in Vietnam several weeks ago.
Oh, I know. I mean, Karen told me. Another meaningless death.
I beg your pardon?
I just meant that it's such a shame a kid has to die for basically no reason.
More broccoli, anyone?
I don't think it's meaningless when a young man dies for freedom and for his country.
I just have a little trouble justifying dying for a government that systematically represses its citizens.
Oh, honey, try the potatoes. I put grated cheese on them.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
It means that the United States government is responsible for the oppression of blacks, women, free speech.
Well, perhaps, little lady, you'd like to go live in Russia for a while, huh?
Oh, I think what Karen's saying is that...
Look, Buster, I happen to believe that freedom and democracy have certain advantages that communist dictatorships don't, and that is what Vietnam is all about.
No, man, that's what they brainwash you to believe it's all about. They turn people into brainwashed morons.
My hunch was that my father would not let being called a brainwashed moron at his dinner table go by unremarked.
So, you think I've been brainwashed, do you, Louis?
No. Look, I think anyone who supports the American war effort in Vietnam is having the wool pulled over his eyes.
I see.
Just like they did with Korea.
The hell do you know about Korea? I was in Korea. I lost a lot of good friends there.
Daddy, that doesn't have anything to do with what we're saying.
And they weren't brainwashed. They were brave men who weren't afraid to fight for what they believed in. Now, if you're afraid to fight, why don't you just say so? Why don't you just admit that you're chicken?
You're damn right. I am chicken. I don't want to die like your friends. What do you think that you achieved over there? Do you think that those people are free? They're not free, man. Except to buy Coca-Cola and Nestle's Quick, get loans from Chase Manhattan Bank.
That's crap.
You were used, man, and your friends were used.
That's crap!
Daddy, you never listen to what we say. Some of what we say is true.
Don't accept all this death and then justify it. It is wrong. Your friends should be alive. They should be enjoying dinner and arguing with their kids just like you are.
What do you know about it? Who the hell are you to say that?
You see this, man? This is my draft notice. In 2 weeks, I can go to jail. I can go to Canada. Or I can go get shot full of holes like your friend Brian Cooper. You keep thinking the way you do, Mr. Arnold. And these two will be next. And I just hope that's what they want. Excuse me.
Well, if I thought that, sir, I wouldn't be here.
Interesting way you put that.
How'd I put it, sir?
Very carefully. You do qualify your remarks. Somebody asked me if we should have bombed Japan. A simple yes. By all means, sir. Drop that fucker. Twice. I don't mean to suggest that you're indecisive, Mr. Hunter. Not at all. Just, complicated. Of course, that's the way the Navy wants you. Me, they want it simple.
Well, you certainly fooled them, sir.
Be careful there, Mr. Hunter. It's all I got to rely on, being a simple-minded son of a bitch. Rickover gave me my command, a checklist, a target, and a button to push. All I had to know is how to push it, and they'd tell me when. They seem to want you to know why.
I would hope they'd want us all to know why, sir.
At the Naval War College, it was metallurgy and nuclear reactors, not 19th century philosophy. War is a continuation of politics by other means. Von Clausewitz.
I think, sir, that what he was actually trying to say was a little more
Complicated?
Yes, the purpose of war is to serve a political end, but the true nature of war is to serve itself.
I'm very impressed. In other words, the sailor most likely to win the war is the one most willing to part company with the politicians and ignore everything except the destruction of the enemy. That you'd agree with that?
I'd agree that that's what Clausewitz was trying to say.
But you wouldn't agree with it?
No, sir, I do not. No, I just think that in the nuclear world, true enemy can't be destroyed.
Attention on deck. Von Clausewitz will now tell us exactly who the real enemy is. Von?
In my humble opinion, in the nuclear world, the true enemy is war itself. What if Rodchenko surrendered and it's over? We launch, they see us, they launch. Our birds pass each other in the air. Boom. What do you got?
Nuclear war.
Nuclear holocaust.